Hello, my name is Logan Anderson, and this is my exercise 4. So to start off with, we're going to go up here to our tabs on the left, and we're going to click on Explore and Visualize so that we can pull in our employee attrition data set. So we're going to click on Start with Data, come over here to our filter, start typing in employee, and there we go, employee attrition. Then we're going to click the OK button down here in the bottom right hand corner, and it will pull up our data set. So we're going to use the data bidding capability to create logical grouping for the field for years at the company. So we're going to click on New Data Item, click on Custom Category. We're going to come over here to the Based On and go down to Years at the Company. So our range is from 0 to 40, so we'll go over here, drag it to 0 to 20. Then we're going to drag that right over here to create one grouping. Then we'll pull it up to 40 and pull the minimum up to 21. And we'll pull that value right here. And now we have a years at company grouping. So we will call this years at company grouped, and we'll click on OK. And now we have this grouping. Then we're going to create a hierarchy so that we can drill down from department to job role. So we're going to click on New Item. We're going to click on Hierarchy. We're going to double click on Department and double click on Job Role. And then we've got our little hierarchy right here of department to job role. And we will click on OK. Now we have that hierarchy, and in order to show that, I'm going to just drag a little bar chart over. Then what we'll do is we'll drag over our hierarchy right here, and it'll automatically put in frequency, which we really don't care what the other axis is. But if you come here to, say, research and development, and double click on that bar, it will then give us the breakdown between research scientist, laboratory technician, manufacturing director, and so on and so forth. So then we're going to open up a new page, and we're going to click on our data tab, and we're going to add in another data set, the country data set. Country's right here. We'll do that the same way, just type it in, click it, and then click OK. And then we are going to create a bar chart, so I'm going to pull that on over. We're going to go ahead and right click on Options Toolbar and flip it. Then we're going to go over to our data, and we are going to do GDP by continent. So we're going to take this continent, pull it over. Then we'll come over here to roles, and instead of frequency, we'll click on that. We'll click on GDP per capita. Now we have this chart here, but right now, our GDP per capita will be an aggregate sum. So what we're going to do is we're going to go pull it down here to average, so we can see the average GDP per capita here. And we'll see that Oceania actually jumped up to be number 1. This data set is actually from the years 1990 to 2010. 1900 to 2010. So now we want to look at it just from 1970 to 2010. So we'll come over here to the filters. We'll click on New Filter. We'll go to Year, and we'll drag this until it says 1970. And now we'll see that from 1970 on, Europe is actually back on top. Next, we're going to open up a new page. We are going to pull a bubble plot across so that we have that there. Then for the x-axis, we want years of education. The y-axis, we want socioeconomic status. And no, I'm sorry. For the y-axis, we actually want GDP per capita. For the size, we want socioeconomic status. And then we're going to go in and we're going to make sure that all of this data is averages as opposed to a sum. So we're going to flip this over to average. And then years of education we also want as an average. So now we can see that changed our data a little bit here. Then what we want to do is actually go into our roles and click on group. And we actually want to group it by continent. And it will actually give us each continent as a different color on a different point. So here we have Africa and Asia and America. Next, what we want to do is we actually want to do something kind of interesting. Is we want to have it grouped by country instead of continent. And then we want to scroll down to animation and add in years. And now when we click play, it will actually show the changes in years of education, GDP per capita, and socioeconomic status throughout the years from 1900 to 2010. We can drag this here to 1990 and actually see that we have Switzerland, Norway, and the United States actually have a very high average over here. And if you click on them, you can actually see the path that they go through in order from the first data point down here. You can't, it's Ghana, it's popping up Ghana instead of Norway. But you can see it starts down here and it rises up and gets to its final point. And here is the United States. We go down and move through here. Thank you.